BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. More on them later on in this video. The focus though for the core of this video sits on the Boeing NMA, or more commonly referred to and dubbed by many as the Boeing 797. An aircraft that would slot into the middle of the market and replace the Boeing 757 and Boeing 767s while directly battle it out with the A321XLR and more widely the A321neo models, in a market that was expected to grow at an exponential rate. However, since the arrival of the global pandemic, talk on the Boeing NMA has been put off. One could also argue that since the 737 MAX crisis first begun, attention has also shifted away from the Boeing NMA and rather on more important matters. So where is it at now though? Back in December of 2019, the NMA series was dealt a blow when major customers United Airlines went and ordered 50 of the Airbus A321XLRs, the direct rival as mentioned earlier to the up-and-coming Boeing NMA. This was especially noted because of the apparent interest United had in the NMA. While it shouldn't be ruled out that they won't go and eventually order the NMA if it releases, it definitely dealt a blow at the time to the overall program. January and February also proved to be pivotal months for the NMA's future. This was again before the global pandemic really came into effect, and airlines were at the time still operating at a steady rate. At the end of January, the Boeing chief executive came out and said that they were putting the brakes on the NMA as they assessed current demand and, in addition, focused on what their customers might want next when it came to aircraft. While this didn't rule out an eventual launch of an aircraft like the 797, it did seemingly put it on the back burner, a decision many thought would be detrimental to the success of the type when it eventually launched, as the XLR would have a clear run on things for many years. As the year has progressed, industry analysts continue to note that they had concerns over the NMA and whether or not it would actually succeed in today's market. It's hard at this point in time to launch any new aircraft when customers around the world aren't eyeing up the future of their operations in a sense of new aircraft. With this risk already in place, it's simply too big of a gamble for Boeing to go ahead and launch the NMA. If they did, there's the very real possibility it would fail, and if they wait too long, the market changes could then adversely impact the type's original path to success. Now though, thanks to airliner ratings, new comments surfaced earlier this month coming from the Qatar Airways chief executive. Before I even get into these comments, the full article will be in the description below. And in addition, it's also important to note, a lot of what the Qatar CEO Mr. Baker says does not actually eventuate, and he's been known to be very vocal on matters that do not say necessarily actually come to light. Essentially, I'd argue that it's a lot of pure speculation on his part, and also things he wants, not what they can actually get to or what realistically can take place. Mr. Baker suggested that something like a Boeing 7873, which if you've been tuning into the channel for many years was covered a long time ago, would be ideal. The 7873 can seat anywhere between 290 to 330 passengers and could fly some 4,600 kilometers to 5,600 kilometers. It was originally set up to be the successor of the 767 and 757-300 types, but never went ahead. Baker said in this interview, it was common sense for Boeing to analyse the option of relaunching the 7873, which they dropped in the future, instead of moving forward with a totally new aircraft like the NMA. Do you believe Mr. Baker has a point? Let me know down in the comment section below. But during this global pandemic, many of us have been stuck inside, quarantining, or simply we have not been getting out doing the things we love as much, and hence we've been likely using the internet a whole lot more. That's why having a safe VPN like NordVPN can help protect you in these instances. With more people than ever online, it's an ideal time for people to come and target your information like logins, bank details, and a whole lot more. NordVPN can help you stay invisible online and protect you from unwanted interruptions. Home Wi-Fi configurations are not as secure as offices usually, and that's hence the need for a VPN when we're inside a home. Being a user of this VPN myself, I do highly recommend it, and you can get NordVPN at the link on your screen right now and also in the description/pinned comment. You can get the 2-year plan for $89, which is 68% off, and get 1 month free with the coupon code you see on your screen now. Thank you very much to NordVPN for sponsoring this video and helping power the channel. So where actually is though the Boeing NMA to conclude? Well, nowhere at the moment. Last we officially heard, it was heading back to the drawing board as Boeing reassessed the current situation and what airlines wanted out of the aircraft. It now remains to be seen where Boeing moves forward with the type, whether they eventually launch it in 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, or completely drop the project in favour of maybe, say, a new 737 MAX. That whole thing is pure speculation because we don't have any solid facts coming from any Boeing executives or more on the NMA. Should something come out, I will most definitely cover it here on the channel, as the NMA was featured for a very, very long time. Thank you very much for the continued support. I do very much appreciate it, and I look forward to you joining me in the next video.